Hi guys, Matt from the Big River here. Got a little order of fish today. Got a little order coming in tomorrow. I think it's mostly freshwater this week. In fact, I'm pretty sure we're just getting freshwater, but a lot of dry goods coming in, including we have reptile enclosures, a big pallet full, actually 2 of them. Also got some bio-orbs coming in, hopefully by the end of next week. First up is some eels. These are yellow-tail spiny eels. Restock on those guys. These are a nice little macronathus that make a good pet. Some of the other types of eels out there can get big and ornery, but those are actually a great choice for a community tank. Next up is some Gunther killies. That doesn't look like much because those are the ladies. They're silver. The males would be the bright colored killies that you're hoping for. Hopefully we'll have some of those in here too. Restock on guppies this week. Got a bunch of different colors. Here's some neon blue or blue neon guppies right there. And there's some yellow ones, yellow-tailed guppies. Yep, sure enough, yellow, and they have a tail. Or tail, that is yellow, something like that. Here are some grommies. Got pearl grommies this week. Got a nice restock on those guys. I love a beautiful pearl grommie. They're one of my favorite grommies, so they get pretty good size. Here are some green lace guppies. Look more lacy than green, but very pretty. Love that pattern. Next is those boy Guntherites I promised you. The Gunthers male killies there. We sell those by the pair, 20 bucks a pair. If you want a pair of males, I guess that'll cost you 40. Males will tangle a little bit, and you gotta have enough room they don't eat the females. Amanda's Ember Tetra, great little tetra, and when I say little, I mean they are a fairly small fish that stays small and will work pretty well in your nano tanks. Next up is some pygmy cories, another nano fish. Pygmy cories are one of the smallest species of cories that will work well in a lot of community tanks, but in particular in your nanos. One of the fun things about pygmy cories is that they'll school with your tetras, which means they won't just sit on the bottom like you think of cories doing, but actually get up and run around and act like, I'm a tetra, I'm a tetra. Let's see, here's some reticulated hillstream loaches. Got a lot of loaches on this order, several different hillstreams, and that's the reticulated ones right there. Let's see what else is in the box. Spotted splash tetra, one of my favorite oddball tetras. Splash tetras. There's a half a dozen different types of them. They like to be in a pretty good sized school. 6 or 12 is a good number on those guys. I wouldn't go less than 6. More eels. We got some circumcentus half-banded spiny eels, which we usually call a zigzag eel, but for some reason they've been calling them something different. Instead of a zigzag, they're calling them half-banded. I don't know, maybe they're 2 different species that come under the same scientific name. I doubt it. Assorted female guppies. We ran out of female guppies completely last week. Now we got some more. Hurry in and get them. We'll get more next week too, so don't freak out about that. Here are some spotted hillstream loaches. Phone's going, but somebody's going to grab that for us. Spotted hillstream loaches go with our reticulated hillstream loaches. A little different pattern than the reticulateds. Usually come in a little bigger too. Here we got some tiger barbs. Restock on those guys too. Nice looking, nice fat and decent sized small tiger barbs. Got another order coming that should have some large tiger barbs on it as well. Speaking of tiger barbs, here's some albino ones. So we got stripes, we got albinos. Everybody's got to have tiger barbs. Oh, and there's the trifecta. There's the green tiger barbs. So striped albino and green tiger barbs in case you need those to go under your tree. I hope not under your tree, hopefully in the tank beside your tree. Festivums. These are a wild festivum from Colombia. A little bigger than we get them in sometimes. Nice looking fish. I've got 4 different species names in my system for festivums. They're kind of an unusual cichlid, often overlooked. They're cousin to an angelfish, actually. I would think they got kind of that body shape and temperament on that. You know, I say it like I know it. I don't know how closely related they are, but they're one of the few cichlids on the cichlid aisle that actually kind of fit the same niche. Let's see, are we going to go through bettas today? Oh, I almost did it, but nope. Got to come down and see them. Got crown tails, veils, half moons, got some half moon candies and some half moon kois in there. Great restock on bettas this week. Green neon tetras, part of the tetra special, along with all those other tetras. I didn't mention it about green neons. And all the other tetras. If you buy 4 or more, you get 25% off for the big cost of subscribing to this channel. Remember, hit that button. It's right about there. Subscribe, like, comment, help us out, guys. These are roseline sharks, one of my absolute favorite shark type fish. They're a good replacement for some of those giant fish that don't do well in a tank. Rose lines are fantastic. Next is some cories. These are reticulated cories. I haven't had these guys in a while. I got kind of a short nose on them and draggy pattern, similar to your Triliniatus or your Julies, but really a different little fish. Very, very pretty little cory. A fan. When I say little cory, they're not tiny. They're average 2-inch full size, but very nice fish. Here we go again. Psych, more bettas. Somebody asked me, don't I like bettas? No, I love bettas, but it takes a long time to go through all the cups, so you have to come down and look at them. Diamond head neons, restock on those guys because the first batch went so well that we brought in some more. So there you go, neons, but with a diamond head on them. Also on the Tetra Special. Here are rocket clown killies, tiny rocket clown killies. They're not a big fish anyway, but these came in pretty small. Bright colored, beautiful little fish, good jumpers. Keep a very good lid on those guys, lest they litter your floor. On the opposite end of the scale, this is not a nanofish. This is a red biker, Polypterus indulcari, or they'll call them a red, or I've also heard them called an armored, I think. No, that's a Delhazy. Common names on those guys are all over the board. I got some guppies here. We ordered a bunch of them, got a few of them. These are the black-tailed version of a fancy guppy. And a butterfly fish, fun oddball guy. He sits up at the top like a hatchet fish. These guys have a bigger mouth and can eat bigger fish than you would expect. Not typically particularly aggressive, but they again are very good jumpers. They will fly out of your tank. Here's something we don't get that often. This is Botia dario, or queen loach. I think they're a really handsome loach type fish. They've got that shape like the zebras and the yo-yos. All those guys can get a little bit fussy. Do like to keep them in a big group. 5, 6, 10, that's a good number. 1 or 2, they get awful surly and bored. Pork chop rasbora, restock on those guys. We got the pork chops, the narrow wedge, and the harlequins over there. A great choice, oftentimes for your nano tank even. Great little fish. Oh, guy in a bucket. Can't tell you what it looks like because I can't tell myself, but that's a brown Congo puffer, Tetradon murinus. Murinuses, they look like a little football. I think they're a fantastic freshwater puffer. And last bag on this little order is some Hillstream loaches. These are the butterflies. I'd ordered another type too, but I think we got zeroed on it, but there you go. Hillstream loaches and some other loaches and some guppies and all kind of fun stuff. And we're back. Got another stack of boxes here. This is another freshwater order today. Let's see what's in the box. First thing up is, this is a Delhazy biker. Or biker Delhazy, also called an armored biker. I think earlier I called the Indulcari an armored. I think it's the there's another one. It's the Delhazy they call the armored. Let's see. Oh, one more. 3. Altogether, we got 3. Lots of bikers this week. Some large green tiger barbs look fantastic. A couple of them are kind of rough in the bag. We'll see how they do long term, but most of them look very nice. Black. Nope, those are a mono shrimp. Big bag of a mono shrimp. We're going to do a special on a mono shrimp this week if I can get them cheap. They went up in price a couple months back, but we'll go back to pre-price increase prices just for the season. We'll see where we go from there. These are yo-yo shrimp, yo-yo loaches, the only shrimp that knows its name. Yo-yo loach gets big, about yay big. They do best in a group. They can be kind of ornery. Here's some more tiger barbs. These are regular old black and white tiger barbs, but big ones. I'll give you a box here. Fill those up, and let's go again. Here we have yet another box. All right, in this box we have some feeder guppies. So restock on those. We've been kind of shy on feeder items. We're kind of fixing that problem. Here are some goldfish. These are ranchus. Nice size on these for the price point. They're going to be about a $15 ranchu. So a real pretty little fish. And some Mirandas. Those are red cap Mirandas. They look pretty fantastic. They usually ship good this time of year because they like being shipped cold. They get less bacteria growth on them in transit, less ammoniation. So that's a good thing. Next up, more fish. We have angelfish. I said mediums. These look like medium tiny. but that's all right. Price point was such that this price and size actually match. Cories, these are punctatus cories. I haven't had these in a while. Punctatus cories are a type of hooded spotted cory. Lots of them, ambiguous, capped, black cap. There's a bunch of different ones. Anyway, all very cool. Here's some Sturby cories. They don't look like they did so good in shipping. A couple of those guys are pretty whack. Let's see what happens with those. Maybe we'll get those to warm up. Next is, these are red crystal shrimp. See what those guys look like out of the bag, but they look like they all came in alive, so that's good. And here we have, what are you guys? That's gold neons. I look at them 3 times. I'm like, it looks like a Tetra. What kind of Tetra is it? Of course, Tetra's on the Tetra special. Buy 4 more, get 25% off. Here are some Romanos for the same special. And last in this box, but not least, is more shrimp. These are the black crystals. Not crazy black on that. Well, actually, those are pretty good. One of them didn't make the trip, but in general, they're okay. Let's see what else we can find here. Some more Tetras. These are black phantom Tetras. Love a black phantom. Kind of a dimorphic Tetra, one of the few that it really are. The males have bigger black fins, the girls are a little bit more red. More angels, got some little black angels in. Again, good price on those guys, so I was pretty happy to be able to get in some baby angels that look pretty good. More Tetras. Look small now, but these are pretty good size Tetra. These are the red and blue Colombian Tetras. So restock on those guys. Some rainbows. A couple of those guys are fantastic. These are Bosemani rainbows. Looks like the male to female ratio is not that spectacular, but the ones that are in there are really, really nice. Price wasn't bad on those, so that's a restock on Bosemani rainbows. Here are some glass blood fins, another Tetra for the Tetra special. Restock on those guys. Glass blood fins are kind of an undersung little, both Tetra and glass fish. They're kind of easy to overlook because you can't see them, but for the average beginning hobbyist who wants glass fish, they're a better choice than the glass cats by far. Golden nuggets, this is an L18. Bought a couple of those because they were on special. Maybe we'll even throw a little special on them because there's another one. L18s, we'll go like 40 bucks on those guys as opposed to the 50 or 60 they've been being. Here are some snails. These are the red spotted neorites. I said tigers, so I was going to look at them, make sure they were what I thought they were. And these are the zebra neorites, so restock on both of those guys. More plecos. Here's a little chubby. Chubby plecos are a fun little dude. You get some of those called towheads that can be expensive, but these are cheap. Very, very fun. Decent algae eating pleco, actually. And there's a third one, so 3 little chubbies. And then we have leporinas. These are the strawberry leporinas. Itty bitty guys. We've got a couple of the bigger ones over there still, but those guys came in pretty inexpensive. Leporinas can be a fun schooling fish, a little bit more obnoxious than some of your other Tetra types, but and get kind of big. But the strawberries don't get that big. I'm holding up this bag that's not leporinas. These are paradise fish, the albino paradise fish. Tiny, but very, very pretty fish. When they get about yay big, those albinos are really a gorgeous fish. They're in the Grommy family, or the anabantoids, and paradise fish can be a little bit persnickety, but not as obnoxious as some of the bigger Grommies. Here's an L, didn't mark it on there. This is the, what's it, 458s. It's the mega clown plecos. Got a whole group of those guys in there. And then here's an L177, which is another type of gold nugget. So got the 18s and the 177s. There's a difference in the pattern on those. If we held them up side by side, you could see that those are 2 different fish. Here's another mega clown, and oh, here's somebody. I don't think I've ever had this guy before. This is a slate pleco. By the name, you would expect something to be all gray, but I guess it's gray, but different colors of gray. So very cool pattern on that. Slate plecos have been kind of this year's new star. Oh, that's a 199. So got the mega clowns and the 199s. Those 199s, they call them a gold zebra. They're a type of high pan. You usually get them relatively inexpensive. I think these guys are like 30 or 35 bucks for a really beautiful little fish. So that's it for this week's order, guys. Thanks so much for hanging in there.